This is from @PatThePingu on Twitter. Training camp question: which under-the-radar players would make the biggest impact on the team should they have a great surprise year? Would it be Amir Smith-Marset bolstering the wide receiver room, or Chris Reed emerging to help the team more? In short, if you had a genie that could make one overlooked player become good or great, who would you pick? Amir Smith-Marset is a great selection because not only do I think that it would bolster the wide receiver room and make them much more dangerous and versatile, I also think it's realistic. Like, we're talking for this question, it should be realistic. He's a guy that has the talent to go out there and become something and elevate himself to be that next wide receiver that they find in the later rounds, and it develops into a really good player. He does have the talent to do that. It's just, can he kind of bring it all together? I think especially on deep balls that he could be that type of guy who ends up stretching the field. And I was working on something for later in camp, just an article talking to somebody about, I don't want to give away too much for the article, but some plays from the Rams playbook. And some of them have, some deep routes that you could see if there's a pure deep threat, that person being effective is the best way I want to put it. Aside from Jefferson, who's just naturally great at pretty much everything, Smith-Marset emerging would be really big for them. Is it like too far in the weeds to say another tight end? Irv Smith Jr., his injury you wouldn't expect to be a problem again. But tight ends get banged up. And right now behind Irv Smith Jr. is only Johnny Munt. You've got Zach Davidson. There's another guy who's the only other real receiving tight end. Nick Muse, a 7th round pick. You could see it maybe for him winning the tight end 3, but having another weapon like that would really be something. Maybe you would say, maybe Kene Wong was too obvious here, but it's probably someone in the secondary that could just, yes, your answer, is it a guard? It's always a guard. Yeah, sure. But like a Caleb Evans or something, or, Booth we're going to talk about a lot. But if it's one of those guys, that corner that really shows you something during training camp and gives you confidence that there's a future for this position that has been really down since Trey Waynes and Xavier Rhodes left, that would be something that would be big for kind of the now and then. And I guess that's what I'd be looking for this question.